Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for the movie John Wick Chapter 2, and I love this movie. I really enjoyed it and think it's a great example of an action movie. The plot just goes forward and doesn't really stop. There's not really any dead space, and the action scenes are amazing. You can tell what's going on. You're like seeing the blow by blow, the gun fu, the tacticalness of John Wick. It's just really good and really well done. I love the first John Wick, and if you're like, oh, so which one's better? I don't really see it that way. I see this as more of like the Chapter 2. It's still a continuation of the first movie. I almost say that you take them more together because of the ties and everything and what you learn in this. It's like you gotta have one and the other in order to make it a complete whole. So this one starts out pretty much at the end of the first one, and that you remember that his car was stolen. So the brother of the Russian gangster, head gangster, has his car, and he's going for it. And they're like, why don't we just give it back to him? Wouldn't work. And he's driven. It's not going to matter. He's pissed no matter what. He just comes and just like takes him out. He gets to that car, and I love that car. And what happens to it makes me so sad. But they like start beating the crap out of it, trying to take out John. And once it's at a certain point, he just starts using it as a weapon. But it's also kind of like a metaphor for John, because he gets the shit hit out of him in this movie, but no matter what, he's still able to turn that car on, and he's just like John, he's still going, and he just takes out everybody. And he gets to the head Russian guy, and he's like, peace, alright, okay, and it's like, alright, so he just goes out with his car, head chop shop guy comes and is like, alright, I'll fix it, yeah, by about like next Christmas. He's like, thanks. See him like moving around the house with his dog, who's very well behaved dog and all that, and it's like, alright, cool, maybe he can finally be retired like he wanted to be. And then this one guy, Santino, comes and gives him this marker. He wants him to do something for him, and he was pivotal in doing the impossible task that he was assigned in order to be retired in the first place. And he's like, I need you to do this, and evidently you must honor that marker, because he goes to the Continental Hotel, which is kind of like a headquarters for like the assassin underworld, and Winston tells him that he's got to accept the marker. So he goes back to Santino, and he finds out that he wants him to kill his sister, because there's this table of like head people for the underground, for the criminal organizations, and his sister has taken the seat because it was willed to her by their father, and he wants John to take her out. And he just walks off and gets ready to get it done. And it's really cool seeing like all the different kind of like stuff hidden in place and learning kind of more about this. Seeing him go to a place, get like his suit and his money and passports and all that stuff, and being pissed off about this. And he leaves his dog at the Continental with the head person at the desk. And he's like, I'll take care of him. And you just see how well behaved the dog is. They're just like sitting there. Like, okay. So he goes off to Rome. And he, of course, gets to the Continental there. And, of course, seeing like everybody talk about like his reputation and everything. The head manager asking if he's there to kill the Pope. He's like, nah. And it's like, even if you are here to kill the Pope, I don't know if there's anything we can do to stop you. So he goes and seeing him ask about the sommelier, and that's where he gets the weapons, and seeing him getting like the tactical layout of where he's gonna do his hit, and getting the suit and everything. It's just a great montage of getting more information about this world and seeing how John operates, seeing the like suit that's got layered body armor in it, and like talking about all that, getting all these different types of weapons, and then getting it all set up for the hit is just awesome. Just waiting to see all this planning come to fruition. And then he goes, gets his target alone, who is being guarded by another assassin, Cassian, and Common did a great job in this role. Everybody did a great job in all their respective roles, because they're not given stupid kind of stuff to like talk about. They are presented as who they are, and they do like what their characters are supposed to do. And it's not like over the top or overblown. It works in this kind of gritty, real assassin world that's got weird rules to us, but they go by those rules. So he gets her alone, and she kind of feels hurt about it, and instead slices her wrists because she wants to go out in her own way. And then, of course, he waits because he doesn't want to kill her. He is obligated to fulfill this marker. And he holds her hand, and then as she goes, he shoots her in the head and starts this great fight scene of Cassian and him kind of like starting it off, and then him going through the catacombs, kind of like old buildings and like underground that's connected to her family's estate, and seeing him just like taking out and having all the guns placed. It's just so well choreographed and well done that you understand what's going on and how he's getting out, because Santino screwed him over and also set people to take him out because it would look bad if he didn't try to avenge his sister's death. And it's like, John's not going to take that very well. So he's able to get out, and then, of course, he runs back into Cassian where they have a drag-out nasty fight. I mean, they don't fight dirty, but you can tell these are two professional people that know what they are doing, and it's not going to just be like one-sided. And they, of course, their fight ends back up into the Continental, and of course, there's no business that is to be conducted on the Continental. Safe ground. So they stop, go to the bar, and like, all right, eye for an eye, man. And then they go out. He is able to be shuttled back to New York, where he's pretty much going after Santino. And, of course, Winston's like, has him in the Continental saying, all right, say that his marker's been filled. And, of course, doing the blood and everything. And he's like, oh, you stabbed the devil in the back. You're going to have in for a fun time. So John then goes and finds someone that he had previously been, like, he pretty much killed him almost. He's like, all right, cut him at the throat. You can either use your gun to shoot me or keep pressure on the wound. And he has risen up to be a king of his own stuff. And he had to go there because Santino has put a $7 million bounty on John Wick. Now, I think that that's a little bit low because this dude's considered the boogeyman. And all these assassins are going after him. And, of course, that's why he had to get to his older friend, played by Lawrence Fishburne, who did a great job as well. And he just had to take out all these different people. And it was crazy because in the beginning, he's talking about how he killed all these people with, like, a pencil. And it's like, yeah, all of the stories of him are watered down. And seeing him kill the one person in the subway, the kind of sumo wrestler dude he had to take 2 shots into the head to take out, and then killing these other people with a pencil, it was just like, holy shit. So he gets there, and asks for his help, because you're going to have a war. Let me take him out. And he gives him a gun with 7 bullets. $7 million. $1 million for each bullet. So he goes, gets to Santino, and that's where another great scene starts happening. And he's just like fighting through all his bodyguards, getting to him, and he's like, he uses 7 bullets, but guess what? He uses them effectively and takes weapons from the people that are fallen. And he just goes through all these great scenes, and we see kind of like talking about like freedom and like souls and stuff, because there was this art exhibit, and it's like, would John really be free even if he fulfilled this marker and took out Santino? And we're thinking of that stuff as he's going through this. He wants to be retired, he wants to be out, but these people keep pulling him back in. He's good at this stuff, but there's always going to be that other person, and that's why he's trying to take out Santino now. So we get to the end, and Santino's at the Continental, and Winston tries to stop him, but he kills him because Santino was pretty much going to just indefinitely stay at the Continental. And here's where I'm like, because John goes back with his dog, and then, of course, the head guy at the desk takes him to Winston, and he's talking about how the high table has now doubled the bounty, made it international, and that he's going to be excommunicado from the Continental because he broke the rules. And he's like, I would kill you, but I feel it's unnecessary. And then you see all those people around them in that public place are his. And he's like, I'm going to give you an hour to escape. And it's like, crap. And this ends at a place that it's like, I didn't expect. And I'm like, oh, God. And as he's running, we're seeing all these people getting these texts as assassins to take him out. It's like, he's got a tall order to take out in the next film. I mean, how is he going to resolve this? What's going to happen? Is he going to be able to retire? Is this going to be his last act to take out all these people? Because he said anybody they send after him, he's going to kill. And it's like, holy crap. Was this his plan? Does he have a plan? What's going to happen? And it's like, this was cool. This is really well done and executed. And I hope that whatever happens in the next one, he's able to at least reconcile with Winston. Because I do not feel that what John did with Santino was business at the Continental. It was more personal to be done to tie it up because he wasn't going to stop. And he's like, even if you kill me, the contract's going to still be out. It's like, so then I've got nothing to lose by taking you out. It's just, it was really well done. We get to see great character moments because everybody just acts the way they act. John had a fight with Cassian as well and stabbed him in the heart and gave him the same thing, the same option as Lawrence Fishburne. You can either pull it out and try and kill me and bleed out, or keep it in there and live. And it's like, wow. I just really overall enjoyed this movie. And after it, I'm like, okay, now how do I tell them, how long is the wait for John Wick 3? That's my thing. And I'm like, yes, I gotta see this. And there's even rumors of like a TV show prequel thing or something. I'm like, I really would like that because this has a rich universe that could be really well explored with all the stuff that they've got. And I'm just like, I can't wait to see what they do with this. So those are my opinions on the movie. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.